What's brand architecting? If you're like most, you'll probably say, well, it's my product, or it's the title of my product, or it's my business name. What if I ask you, do you know the difference between branding and marketing and sales and advertising? And if you don't know, what's more even interestingly is, do you even understand how to scale your business in such a way that you can truly create a legacy out of your brand? If you don't have the answers to those questions, you're not alone. In fact, what's even more interesting, these are secrets that no one's going to tell you. Let me tell you why they're not going to tell you. Because they want to charge you these really exorbitant fees, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month, just to give you some social media advertising, which has nothing to do with your brand. I want to welcome you to Architecting 360. Now, I'll tell you who I am in just a minute, but more importantly, let's talk about you. What does Architecting 360 really mean? Well, what if I told you that the model we've all been taught from the very beginning of time that says we need to climb to the top and become the best in our business is the only model that actually works? Well, what if I told you that model is the ultimate lie? It doesn't work at all. In fact, not only does it not work, it has created more wars, more competition, more frustrated people, more uninterested lives, and people who've passed through their life than any other model created in history. What I'm about to invite you to is Architecting 360's Secret X Formula. Now, I know that sounds really kind of hippie cool in sales, but the truth is, it is an X because it looks just like this. See, this is the model we were taught, right? Get to the top, be the best of everything. And what happens when you get there? There's a little known secret that they forget to tell you. You know, when you get to the top of something, maybe it's a goal or even a CEO or an entrepreneur, or even your marriage sometimes, your brain turns off because it doesn't know what else to focus on. What if we shifted this model, which is where the X factor comes in, and we started this way? What if we led from the bottom up? What if we started with such a passion and such a belief and such an understanding that what our legacy was really about, that everybody we held up, well, it just kept growing and growing and growing. And that is the X factor. Now, if you don't have the X factor and you're architecting, it's not your fault. And guess what? You're not alone. Billions of people don't. Why? Because they have been taught that branding and advertising and social marketing and media are in the same bucket. They're not. They're completely different. Do they complement each other? Yes, they do. But here's the deal. If you don't understand your brand, you don't understand your message, you don't understand your legacy, how can you translate it to your executive team or to your sales team or to your HR team? More importantly, to your affiliates. And more importantly, can you scale it so that it becomes a legacy where you're no longer a slave to your entrepreneurship, to your business, more importantly, to your work. And all of a sudden you start to reinvigorate that one thing that we talk about here at Architecting 360 all the time, your passion ROI. That's right. What's your passion return on investment, or your time ROI, or your belief ROI? And if you don't know any of those answers to those questions, you're not alone, then that's what this is all about. It's very, very simple. See, we're going to walk you through the last 27 years of my experience. Now you're going to go, well, who are you? That's a great question. Well, first of all, let me formally introduce myself. My name is Dr. Travis Fox. Yeah, that's right. I know I don't look like a doctor, but I actually am one. I'm one of those guys that said, you know what? These models don't make a lot of sense. So I spent the last 27 years literally traveling around the world, working with clients all over the world to discover what the difference is between brand and brand architecture, and how do you build a legacy, versus sales versus marketing. See, I used to work and train sales teams, but that's all the corporations wanted me to train. I used to work with the HR department on how do we create the right team and hire the right people for the right position, but that's the only part they wanted me to work with. Or they wanted me to come and create an ad campaign, and that's the only part they wanted to work with. But I found that these things working separately and not together and cohesive was the problem. You see, because everyone was trying to protect their position, and it became a competitive model even within your own organization. And I know you've experienced this, and that is where it all starts to fall apart. So what do we do at Architecting 360? Here's the first thing we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is discover what your true passion is in your brand. Now, this brand could be you as a person. This could be you as a consumer good or consumer product. It could be you as an athlete, a CEO, or a good old-fashioned entrepreneur who wants to go out and just take it all on. Any one of those things will qualify for Architecting 360. If you're a standard corporate working at a 40-40 plan for a major corporation, well, there's things we can do to help. That's really not for you. This is for those who truly want to build a legacy that goes beyond just a job or a career, something they can truly scale and pass on and enjoy doing it, and then travel around the world like you see us sitting here and enjoy their life. You see, I've been so blessed because as I go around and help people with their brands, I get to travel on the world too. And the more I help them, the more they take that model and the more they help others. And I know that sounds really kind of kumbaya, but guess what? It really does work. You see, because each client we take is in complete cooperation with every other client. Even though they may be in different genres, complete different areas of revenue, but they work together. It's called the cooperative model through the X Factor. Now, here's all you need to do. This is really simple. It's a great invitation. You see, we love learning from you as well. We love working with new brands and new ideas and new entrepreneurs because guess what? That's part of our passion, ROI, here at Architecting 360. So with all the backgrounds that we bring to you, all of the experience, it's 27 years, 2 doctorates, one in PhD in psychology, one in clinical hypnotherapy, so we know conscious and subconscious models and how to truly evoke what the real message is in you and your team and everything about your business. Here's what we're inviting you to do. If you'd like to become one of our clients, it's very simple. The first one's on us. That's right. Pop in your name, your email address, simply ask for an appointment. We'll give you the first 30 minutes on us for free. That's right. You won't be talking with one of my team. You'll actually talk to me. I will spend 30 minutes with you, listening about what your brand is, telling you what we think we can and cannot do. And if we can't help you, I'll be the first to tell you. But if I can, I'll also be the first to invite you to change your life. The question is, are you ready? If you're ready, put in your name, put in your email address. Let's get the first 30 minutes and let's find out what your brand architecture is really all about and creating the legacy for your next generation. I'm looking forward to see you on the other side.